You've been lounging with Skipper. You've been lounging with Skipper.
Yo. I want to welcome everybody to another episode of Loungin with Skip. Today is a very important podcast, a very important episode that I felt that it was very much needed for the podcast as a whole and just where I am in my life and in my journey. This man right here is a for real OG legend in the barber world. And by just chance of, God and how he moves, I was able to meet him, not even knowing that this man is the reason why I even wanted to start cutting hair. And so I said to myself, you know what? I have to interview this man. So right now I'm sitting with the OG Barber legend, Fahmee, Hakeem. What's going on, man?
What's happening?
What's going on with you, man?
Oh, same old.
Same old. Now, before we even get into where you are today and what you've been doing, give me a brief, history on your past. Coming up in the barber world, what sparked your interest to becoming a barber?
Well, I'm originally from Tennessee. Mm-hmm. I went into the military when I was 17, and I ended up in Vietnam. Mm. And when I got out of Vietnam, I hung around the streets for quite a few years until I was about 27. Then one day, a light went off in my head. I said, oh man, I can go to college on GI Bill. So I enrolled in a college, barber college in Memphis, Donahue Barber College.
Barber College. Is that college still around today?
No, it's been out of business.
How long ago was this?
It was 73.
73. Wow. I wasn't even born yet.
So I went there and then I got out and I did a few odds and ends jobs around Memphis, but I wasn't satisfied. I had a sister living in LA and that was my way out. So,
well, how long were you cutting hair in Memphis before you decided to head out?
I think it was probably three or 4 years.
3 or 4 years?
Yeah, 3 or 4 years.
What made you want to, say, okay, you know what, enough of this, it's time to move? What made that part of you?
Well, it was just, Memphis was same old stuff, street stuff and all that. Mm-hmm. So I decided to change my life. That's what I was doing, So I was like 27 years old when I came to LA. And
you drove out here?
No, I flew.
Okay.
See, what happened was I got out of the military in 66 in Oakland, California. I was discharged. And weather was so good, people were walking around with shorts on in the wintertime. And I said, man, I'm coming back because Memphis is extremely hot and humid. And then it went from hot to cold. So 6 months out of the year was extreme weather. So I didn't like that. So that was another reason I left, So I came out and then I went to beauty school in Hollywood, Newberry School of Beauty. I ended up there. That was in 76.
So you came out here in 73.
No. I
went to barber school in 73.
I went to barber school and then I messed around 3 or 4 years in Memphis, working here and there, hanging out. And then I came out here in 76 and went to
beauty school. Now, what made you want to go to beauty school?
Because people were doing curls at that time, Jerry curl as they call them, and I didn't know how to roll hair, so I said, let me go to school and learn how to roll hair. But I didn't know all this was preparing me to get in the union. Wow! Because if I hadn't went to beauty school, I wouldn't be able. You got to need some beauty school to get in the union.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be a hairstylist.
Yeah. So around that time, this is 76, 77. So this is like the Jacksons was popping off. Everybody had the big afro, the curl, the perms, and this, that, and the third. So you were able to do that as well as, shaping up the big afros and
I did all that.
Yeah. So when you went to beauty school, how long did that take for you to, to get that license or whatnot?
16 months. But
16 months.
Well, it really took long then because I didn't go all the time. I missed days here and there.
You were paying as you go?
Yes.
Okay.
And then during that period, the hair, the afro went to the curl during that period.
Yeah.
And then I started doing a lot of curls. And then it switched again and went short. And that's when I came up with this
now, okay, so boom. In the 80s, it was about the curls and this, that, and the third.
The afro, then the curls.
Then the curls. Okay, transitioning from the 70s into the 80s.
Yeah.
And folks were still wearing the curls and things like that in
Yeah.
the 80s or whatnot. Michael Jackson and Prince and all that.
Yeah.
But when like around what year was it when people started cutting the curls off and started rocking? Because I remember the guy from Cameo when he had that high top box. That was a new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It went high top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, was that around, this was maybe the mid 80s. Is that when the
Around
transition?
82.
82, 83, 84.
Yeah, somewhere in there, man.
It started getting cut low.
But it was the beginning of the 80s.
Now, okay. So, because I'm basically putting everything together with correlate, with my life and where it started to become a parallel and seeing what I was seeing on TV. Yeah. So, how did you end up meeting the group, the boys?
Okay.
Now, before I even go into this, I'm going to explain this. So, the reason that, so for everybody in their late 30s, early 40s, if you're a barber, this man is most likely probably the reason that you started cutting hair, because you were seeing the designs in the kids' hair, and it was something different for us to look at as young black kids watching TV. It was the group, the boys, and they had the song Lucky Charm and Dial My Heart, and these little kids came on the scene in their music video with all these designs in their hair, stars and zigzags and lightning bolts. And for me, being in 7th grade, that sparked my interest, as well as everybody else, not everybody else, but those that just found that interesting. So I say that to say, by me seeing that, it was a guy that was in class sitting in front of me who had a design in his head, the stars or whatnot, and I tripped off of how he had the stars there. And so one day I asked him, I said, "Man, who cut your hair?" And he said, "I cut my hair," And I was like, "Really?" And I said, "How?" He said, "I just get a mirror and get the clippers and start cutting." So I decided to say, you know what, because I had a lady, my mom's hairdresser was cutting my hair as well, and we wanted those zigzags and those parts, and she wasn't able to do them. So I took it upon myself to take my allowance money and go get my first pair of clippers for $20 and start putting the parts in my hair. So that's what sparked my interest from the beginning to want to start to cut hair to where I am today. And it was because of what this man is about to tell you all on how that began. So how did you end up meeting the boys?
Okay. First of all, I want to tell you where the designs originated. I knew this lady. She's dead now. She died from cancer, but she had a book from Africa. It was a tribe called the Ku tribe from Northern Africa, blade fighters. They wore stripes in their hair, different colors, lines, and they wore blades around their wrist.
So they were drawn in there?
No, it was the hair, but the hair was painted.
Okay.
And I was like sitting and looking. I said, "Man, I can do lines." That's why I started the line. So the next step, I was working in a shop like between Inglewood and L.A. And one day, the boy's father came in. He just walked in. He said, "Anybody here can cut hair?" That's how I met them.
Okay.
And I said, "I cut it." He said, "I got 4 boys." They was just dancing on Venice Beach at the time. They was out there making a little money, dancing and stuff. So I started cutting their hair, and then eventually, and I really talked them into singing. Oh, they were just dancing.
Okay.
Okay, I was being like a creative consultant without even recognizing it.
What made you say y'all should sing?
Because they was already dancing, and you know the game. You know, a good producer, you know, can make anybody sing.
Plus, one of the boys, I think he was an actor. He was on Different Strokes. I remember seeing him.
Yeah. So it was Hakeem, Taj, Bilal, and Kyrie. And so, and then eventually they went to Motown, Barry Gordon, they got a deal.
Okay.
And I had the father and the mother trying to talk them into putting lines in their hair. Barry Gordon was like, man, that's crazy. Lines in your head. How does that look? So everybody fought it. He fought it for like a month or two. It looked longer than it was longer than that. And then one day he said, do it. And that's the beginning.
And that was when you were like, all right, we're here, you know, I'm about to do this, and you started.
Yes.
Do you remember? You started doing the zigzag.
Zigzag line. Sometimes I go all the way around, just a regular line, you know. But today they have taken it even further.
Yeah.
You know, it's like artwork now.
Yeah.
I didn't do artwork. I just did line.
Yeah.
But it was my concept.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
you did so their haircut on the front cover of that album. You can tell that they needed a haircut. Yeah. But you could still kind of see where the parts were. Like
So
the music videos, those are.
Yeah, and their father, he started kind of hating a little bit.
Yeah.
And, you know, father, you know.
Right.
So a lot of times I was supposed to do their hair. He wouldn't really let me do it. So he did pictures without their hair being done.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
Why? Because the cuts was looking fresh.
Yeah, but.
Yeah. So that's how that came about with the boys, basically. And
and then Debbie Allen got a wind of it. Then Debbie Allen called me out of nowhere. Oh, matter of fact, she was doing a commercial, and then the boys came in. They was getting ready to do a video shoot. I mean, a photo shoot, and she and I had a word or two. You know, because we were using the same space, and I said, well, you know, I kind of got an attitude. I kind of went off on her.
Okay.
And then I was like, man, I shouldn't have did that, man. That was Debbie Allen.
Did you know that was her at first?
Yeah, I knew it. And Norm was standing right there. Me and Norm still friends.
Okay.
Me and Debbie still friends.
Right.
So I said, man, why did I do it? And she called me because she liked feisty. She liked people that stand up for themselves. And she called me and work on Different World.
So that's when. So was that when a different world first started?
No, it was like over years somewhere in there. But I went to Different World and I started cutting Daryl Bell, Kadeem, Glenn Turman, Sinbad.
Okay, now also. This right here correlates with the boys. When I would see on A Different World the designs that Sinbad was having in his head, and then also on Showtime at the Apollo, every week he'd have a different design in his head, and I'd be like, man, who is cutting his hair with these designs? And that came from
Different World. And then eventually she brought in the boys to be on Different World, and she was gonna do they was gonna do a TV episode, The Boys.
Wow!
But it never came through. But
man, that would have been.
Yeah, I know. And then Bobby Brown, they all started picking up on it. He was on USA Today's is in the magazine. They were talking about his Gumby, but to me, I call it the pyramid. And one of the boys was wearing that.
Right, the oldest one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he took the credit because he was biggest, you know,
star
and all that from the new edition.
So at this point, were you in the union or were you about to
go
in
I was
union?
Going in. It was non-union.
Okay.
So I became an associate.
Okay.
So you become an associate, trainee, and then a journeyman. So it's a long road to get to become a journeyman. You got to have so many days and hours and all that.
Yeah.
So.
Does that still follow through today?
Yeah. I've been a journeyman for 22 years. I've been in the union 30 years.
Okay.
You know.
So what was the first gig that you like? What shows were you doing up until the point where you ended up getting into the union? What was the first show that you did that you got into the union?
Oh, A Different World. I became an associate.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what got you as an associate in the union?
Yeah, in the union.
Okay.
Yeah.
And good thing you had that beauty license.
Yeah, if I ain't had a beauty license, I don't know what I would have done. I wouldn't. So all of it worked out. I didn't even know. I didn't know that. So I found it out later on that you need a beauty license to do
so
that.
you done all kinds of things. I mean, what, photo shoots? Were you doing photo shoots back then too? Photo shoot. You worked on Next Friday?
Friday After Next. I did Ice Cube for that.
And Witherspoon?
Yeah, I cut him a few times.
Rest in peace, you know what I'm saying? What other movies you done, man? I know you've been working. You do a lot.
I did Jarhead. I did so many, man. So my resume... Connie got my resume. I got all that stuff on there.
Yeah?
It's so many, man, that I can't even, like...
So would you say it's a good 60, 70 things on there?
Yeah.
So looking back on it now, what is the difference in the way things are now versus then, as far as in the TV and film industry, in your opinion?
It's better.
It's better now?
Yeah.
The money's better? Or was it better then?
No, it's better now.
Yeah?
It's better now. I want her to go below 50 now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know.
Would you ever go back in the barbershop?
No, man.
Now trip out this.
Too much work.
For those that are, that are want to get into this business or that who are in the business, how would you say what do you think that they should do to juggle if they're in the shop and working on set? Is it possible to work both?
Man, I'm gonna tell you. People ask me this all the time. It's a stroke of luck, some kind of spirituality thing involved in that stuff. And it's hard for me to say one thing, because the way I got there was like it just happened. I wasn't even looking for it. It found me.
Right.
Just like when people go buy books,
yeah.
Books usually find you. You be looking in the book. You look and read like oatmeal cream pie.
Yeah.
And you say, oh, I'm gonna buy that.
Yeah. That's how people usually look at something, but for you, it just kind of jumped out at you.
Yeah, it came to me.
Yeah, it came to you.
It came to me, so I can't tell a person exactly how to get there. People ask me, oh, how you do that?
Well, not really get there, but let's say they're already there and they're just starting out, such as myself. How would I juggle working in the barbershop and on set? Is that...
You're already there. Well, you're already there. You're already there. Look where you at. You sit there talking to me. I ain't saying I'm that, but you're already there.
Yeah.
You know Blair and stuff, just go back and say, Blair, Fahmee. What? You said, Fahmee?
Yeah.
Man, I love Fahmee. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Yeah, that's going to be an extra boost for you. We still cool.
Yeah.
Because everybody I've worked with, we still cool.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
What can you give to advice to people that want to get into this business, or those that want to get into being a barber, let alone getting into the industry? What advice would you want to give upcoming?
Well, once you become an opportunist, once the door opens, go through it, and stay humble, man.
Stay humble. So don't get Hollywood. Don't get big headed.
I already know, man.
Yeah.
It's deep.
It's
I
deep.
can see it coming. I can see stuff.
Yeah.
Stay humble, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Just stay with your vibe down like this.
Yeah.
And just be yourself. I know that's who you are.
Yeah.
But stay that way, man. Don't.
Yeah. The glamour and glitz.
Yeah.
Don't fall for that.
No, don't fall for it, man.
Man, hey, Fahmee, I appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? Coming through, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lounging with me, you know what I'm saying? Is there any way people can contact you? They want to reach out to you, like an email or something like that? Something like that? Nah, not really?
No, not right
now. Not right now?
Because it might overflow.
Okay, all right.
I won't be able to...
yeah.
Just the people that I like you and people that just came.
Just you all Google them, Fahmee, Hakeem. I would definitely have his name, on the on this episode, so you will see it. So just Google him. You know, nowadays you have the internet, so anybody can Google anybody and kind of come up with something. Hey, I appreciate you, man, and thank you for sitting down with me, lounging with me. And until next time, you all can reach me on the podcast at Loungin with Skip Podcast. And until next time, peace.